Make sure you grab your teas, your coffee, your drink, or whatever, because it's gonna be a long one. Oh my god, a bug!
Oh god.
I forgot to pray. So good.
What's up, YouTube family? I had just finished up working on the nursery for the kids' room. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. It's taking a lot of work, it's taking a lot of time, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be beautiful, and I believe the twins are gonna love it. It's gonna be an awesome space. But today, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be planning a surprise picnic for Janessa. So we gotta get some of the supplies. We're gonna make a nice dinner. We're gonna enjoy the outdoors, and then we're gonna answer some of the questions that you guys sent to us about marriage. Very tough questions, controversial questions, and we can't wait to dive in. Let's get to it. How's the weather outside?
It's nice. Wow.
How does the picnic sound
Right now?
right now?
Where? What are you gonna get?
I'll make some food, and we're gonna take it, have a little picnic outside.
Outside? Okay.
Deal?
You gonna cook?
No, you. I'm just kidding, I'll cook.
Okay, that sounds cute.
That sounds cute. All right, let's start cooking. Oh. Whew. All right, here we go.
Full?
So full,
Me too.
but it was so good.
Look, we're doing a video on marriage and look what we forgot.
Oh shoot.
Our rings. We always forget our rings. Today we're gonna answer some of your questions that you guys asked us. You guys have been wanting us to do like a marriage video. We are no pros at this, okay? We've
Nope.
only been married for
2 years in.
2 years.
She forgot already, but
No,
2
we did
years in.
not. 2 years. We've been married for 2 years, but we dated for 9 years?
Nope.
8 years.
Nope.
10 years.
10 years. Going on 11.
10 years. I thought we dated for 8 years. We dated for 10 years.
Well, yeah, we've been together though for.
Yeah, but before we got engaged. Like, before
Oh,
we got
well, yeah,
engaged.
then 8, but we've been together for almost 11.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram if you want us to answer more of these questions. We're recording outside today because 1, we did a picnic, and 2, our house is a mess because we are building the kids' nursery.
Yes, it's under construction.
Yeah.
But it's looking good. We're about 55% of the way done. Looking like to start putting up paint next week.
Yes.
So we're excited.
Can I put lotion on my knees?
You're fine.
Okay.
Like I was saying, we were excited. So we decided, hey, let's go outside a little bit. So if you hear the Mother Nature, enjoy it with us.
It sounds
Okay.
actually really relaxing.
It's very relaxing. I'm not sure if it'll be relaxing for you, but it's very relaxing for us.
It
So
is.
let's get into it.
And
The first question.
what age did you get married?
How old were you?
Shoot. How old am I now? I'm 27 now, so I was 25.
Nope.
How old was I? 26?
24.
I was 24.
Yes, because we celebrated your 25th anniversary when we were already married. I mean, your 25th birthday.
That's right.
When you were married. When we were married.
Here,
So
did you
I-
see that?
So you were
I was
24 and I was
24.
23.
Yeah, I was
'Cause you were
24.
turning 25.
Oh my god, a bug!
Oh God. Next one.
Did you guys live together before being married or moved in after the wedding? So we did not live together before we got married. We actually lived with our parents, and then we moved in with one another once we got married.
Thank God, because I got to play so much more video games.
You still play?
I'm just kidding.
Were you guys ever afraid of commitment before getting married? I think no. When we were engaged, I think we knew we were ready for it. In the beginning, probably I was afraid of commitment, like when we started dating as teenagers. But I don't think I was. I know I was. I wasn't like afraid of commitment just because I knew Justin was the one. So I knew he would make my life amazing and do cute things like this. Hardest thing to adjust once married.
Sharing space.
What? You think so? That's the hardest thing
Yeah.
to adjust
Everything else I feel like is easy with us.
to once married? Why is that? You don't like sharing space?
No, I think adjusting, like, that you have to share space, right? Like, I would have my whole setup of my desk a whole other style and a whole other way. But I have to compensate because you're living there with me, so we both have to enjoy it. Right?
What? You decorated it.
In the bathroom, right? We have a double vanity. One section for me, one section for her. But guess who also takes the section that's supposed to be for me? This one.
You're a liar.
Liar.
You're a liar.
What's underneath my stuff?
Lotions.
Under my sink.
Lotions.
Right, all yours.
BS.
What about the two middle drawers? Do I have one of those?
Yes.
No, I have a fourth of one drawer, and she has four.
You're annoying me.
So I think that's the hardest thing, is sharing a space, but then it comes easy. I think it was easier for us though, compared to maybe some other relationships, because we've like known each other for such a long time. That I don't think moving in together was really that big of a deal.
Yeah. Well, for me, leaving my family behind, because I'm very close with my family, and we currently live under Justin's parents' house, which has been a blessing. For me, that was the hardest thing to adjust to. I cried the first week, right? First 2 weeks.
And the second.
And the second.
Maybe the third, but we'll let that one slide. Next question.
Oh, this is a good one.
Go.
How do you guys manage your finances?
Next question.
No, we are not that great at managing finances, to be honest.
Nope. So if y'all are any out there for some financial advisors,
Yeah.
I would love to help us out. Cool.
I think now that the twins are on their way, we started to get better at it. We definitely got better at it, at financing and saving and just spending wisely. So
She's a spender, I'm a saver.
yeah,
But I'm too nice, so then I let her spend.
she does. Or go behind his back. If you follow us on Instagram, you can see my stories. How
Isn't
many
that a
times
beautiful marriage?
I've ordered stuff behind his back, and yeah, it's been kind of fun. I like being daring, you know?
That's disrespectful, not daring.
I work hard.
So do I.
Exactly. So I get to spend. Whatever. Next question. What's the thing about married life that surprised you the most? Honestly, I don't really have an answer for that, because I feel like we've been together for so long that we already like knew one another, so like nothing surprised me. Like I knew how Justin was
Yeah.
before, so it's like nothing really surprised me.
Same with Janessa.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't realize how much of how much she liked to be clean. But it was more surprising to me on how much I wasn't as clean as her. So then I had to like step up my game on that.
Yeah, I'm a clean freak. That's because my dad.
Yeah.
I get it from my daddy. Actually, this question is Justin organized? What are the pet peeves you have of each other? So, my pet peeve is when Justin leaves his socks. I don't know if any other woman out here can relate to me. He literally leaves his socks anywhere. You'll find them on the kitchen table. You will find
Not
them
kitchen table.
on the island. The island. Not the table.
Only if
The
they're
island.
clean.
The island. You will find them scattered around in the living room, by his desk, in our bed, like on the floor. You will find socks anywhere.
Can I explain though?
That's my biggest pet peeve right now for what Justin does, and it just irritates me.
I get hot
so
very
much.
easily, so I have to take off my socks so I feel like a 20-degree cool down as soon as I do that. So that's why I just take them off, and I tell myself I'm gonna throw them in the hamper, like in the dirty hamper, but I don't, so I apologize.
It's okay, just work on it. What's your pet peeve with me?
I think not refilling things is my pet peeve. She doesn't like to refill soap. She doesn't like to refill soap.
That's it.
She doesn't like to refill soap. She doesn't like to refill toilet paper.
You know what's my biggest pet peeve too? He leaves the garbage there. And he sees that it's piling up.
But my pet peeve
And
is that
we're gonna start fighting
she-
on our channel.
she stacks it up so high. So by the time I show up in the morning, it's like the top of the garbage can is literally not open. It's open because it smells. And then she wakes up, she's like, oh, the garbage stinks. Why? I wonder why.
Why don't you throw out the leftovers? You know what? We're not gonna talk about this on camera. We're gonna talk about this off camera. Okay? Because we're not talking about it.
Next question.
Chantel, you got us over here fighting. How do you guys keep good communication? I struggle with that a lot in my relationship. For us, communication for me was always a struggle in the beginning when we first started dating, just because I just hated to communicate. I hated to talk about my feelings. That wasn't something that I just did. I didn't know how to do that. I learned that through him and all the pushing and nudging, and all the nudging. He helped me become better at like communicating my feelings and expressing myself. Now it's easy for us to communicate. I feel like for me, I find myself being able to communicate more now that I've grown and mature, and it's just better to just talk about it instead of just like trying to find an argument or argue about it for no reason, because that's not going to get you anywhere.
Communication for me was pretty easy because I was always the one who really wanted to push communication. Oh snap! That thing just slapped me in the face.
You have an ant on you.
Dang, that fly straight smacked me.
I thought it was like the little helicopter thing.
No, it was a fly. Straight jabbed me in my mouth. Back to communication. It was pretty easy for me, but I also needed to learn how to listen. There's a difference between communication and listening. And Janessa helped me listen, because a lot of times I would say that I don't want to be right or wrong, or like there had to be a winner. But then I would find myself still talking about the same thing when I already needed to let it go about 10 minutes ago. So she's helped me realize that, and it's helped our communication. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And trust. Trust is big in communication.
Yeah,
so trust each other.
Trust is really big. That's something that we definitely had to work on. Not that we like lost each other's trust, but little silly things in the past.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part of planning a wedding? How did you deal with so many opinions?
Hardest part about the wedding, I think, was the wedding invitations of who was going to be attending, because we both have so much family, and so it was difficult to say who to come, who not to come. Obviously, trying to stay within our budget, but at the end of the day, it all worked out.
Yeah, and honestly, for us, thank God there wasn't that many opinions, or no one had like an input on what cake we should get. No one really had an opinion on that, which was great. And if they did, I'm sure they probably just did quiet, just out of respect. So we, thank God, did not have to deal with that.
Easy.
What are some challenges you guys have learned to overcome?
I think one of the big challenges too is like putting somebody else before yourself. So a lot of times when you're single or when you're kind of doing your own thing, you don't worry about somebody else's livelihood, their wants, their desires, their dreams. So then when you become in a relationship, you have to also care about those things too. And even if you're not super interested in them, you have to still support them, because that's what they desire, that's what they like, and that's what they want to pursue. So that's something that's very important to kind of get out there, so that way you can both support each other on your own dreams, and be able to like build more trust with each other. So Janessa does a great job with that when I want to do my little video game stuff on the side, and I'm supporting her through YouTube and editing and just all her design work that she's been wanting to do and stuff too. So it's a lot of just learning more about each other, and I think that's the hardest challenge, is being willing to learn about your other person.
Yeah.
That's something very important, because that'll carry your relationship to be happier for a longer period of time and build just like that relationship even further.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. How do you make marriage look so easy?
Marriage is not easy.
It's not easy.
You're just seeing our Instagram and our YouTube where we're having fun, and you get to see all the happy, good stuff about it. So all the influencers that you see, all the celebrities that you see, there is a very great side, there is a happy side, but there's also sides that aren't the best, or there's some bad days. That's in every single person's life.
Yeah.
Nobody has every single day of the week super happy, the best day ever. So don't get caught up in that. But we definitely do have moments where we're having arguments or we have some miscommunication that lead to things that we're both not understanding, and it gets in the way of us having a good day. So it happens. We just don't post about it.
I think we've come a long way too, honestly. I feel like the older you get, the more mature you get. So, you know, little things like little arguments that would upset us or little things that would upset us when we were dating, it doesn't really bother us anymore to the point where we're like, oh, okay, let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As you mature, I feel like it gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
And what's nice is that we both, because we were together for such a long time, we kind of had to mature while being together. And in a sense, that was kind of hard because we both had to learn about our individual selves while still being together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it helped us kind of grow closer because we knew each other that much deeper.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely marry your best friend. That's
If they're
the
cute.
most. If they're cute, they don't have to be cute. Honestly, yeah, I think I would encourage y'all to marry your best friend and date for a while before, or not, or both. Just jump into it. If you know, you know, right? Someone DM'd me a question, and it was like something regarding kids. Like, were you always planning on having kids, or was that like in your future, or something like that, along the lines? Kids were definitely in our future. We already knew we wanted to have kids. When we got married, that's something that we always wanted, was the family. We always wanted 2 kids, but now that we're having twins, maybe
We'll see what
3.
happens. We'll see what happens.
We might have a 3rd.
I didn't think we were gonna have kids this soon.
Yeah,
I was kind of pushing for it to like keep waiting a little bit so that we have more time together.
we were kind of trying though
But yeah,
in the beginning, and then we stopped.
I
And
kind of
then-
just gave in. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, whatever. If it happens, it happens. And look what happened.
A last one that someone put is waiting until marriage? Question mark. I saved that one for last. So.
Pretty sure you could tell by the look on my face about that question.
Waiting until marriage.
Waiting until marriage, with our love for God and our background and our upbringing, yes, we should have waited for marriage, but we didn't. And I think it was difficult because obviously we knew each other since we were super, super young, and we started dating at a very young age. So those doors kind of opened up a little sooner. And maybe we were a little too immature to understand the essence of what that means. And we kind of took it for granted. And in the long term, it ended up hurting our relationship a little bit because that became one of the focal points. And it also got distorted because we were enjoying that outside of marriage when we were supposed to be enjoying that within marriage. There was a lot of conviction in my heart and in her heart to be able to come forth about those things and those struggles that we had. So we actually sought out guidance from our church and our families to be able to kind of take the route of repentance, to be able to kind of reconcile that area within our lives so that when we did become married and that we did have a future and that we did have, and when we had children, that it wasn't something that kind of lingered on as like a guilty thing, but that we renewed our hearts with Christ and saw Christ seek out guidance from Him to be able to move forward in our marriage and with sex. So
Yeah. But we were each other's first, so I'm not saying it's okay, but I think that makes it a little bit easier.
yeah, I feel like it would have been more drama,
Oh my
definitely,
gosh.
if there was more people involved
Yeah.
within our relationship, but there wasn't, thankfully.
Thankfully, because that would have caused so much insecurity and
Yeah.
yes. No, but I mean, again, that's just where we stand just because of our faith and what we believe. Everyone's different, you know what I mean? And we don't look down upon you or judge you because of your decisions or your choice. That's on you. But that's definitely something that we felt that was needed to be waited until. Like, we did wait a couple of, once we got married, we did wait. We're like, you know what? Nope, let's just to make sure that we make it special again. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't really talk about those things just because it's kind of controversial. But honestly, we're here to answer your questions truthfully and just from what we believe. And if you have any more questions, please just DM us, add us on Instagram, follow us, subscribe, comment down below. What are some challenges in your marriage, in your relationship that like you struggled with, that you're trying to like work on, or you know, just whatever it is. We can help you, kinda, maybe, sorta.
We'll see.
We'll see. But thank you guys. These cicadas are getting so loud. They're saying subscribe.
That's what they were saying. I was trying to translate it.
I'm translating. I can hear it. I speak their language. There you see, like,
yes.
You heard at the end, it's like. All right. No.
Like, subscribe, and comment down below. We'll see you in our next video.
Oh God, I'm gonna need help getting up. These are always like the ends of me struggling to get up. Come on.